Heroes, the Sister Cindy Show, episode 34. And I have one of my heroes here today, Brother Mikhail, campus and street preacher. And Brother Mikhail is with us in Arizona for a couple of weeks because Brother Jed and Company, we're preaching on the campuses here this week and next. But many of you know the big news. Brother Mikhail is engaged. Yes! It took a while. How old are you?
I'm 30.
You're 30? Yes. That's a good age to get married. That's when Jesus started his ministry. So he's a mature man of God, ready to take on a wife and raise a family. But so yesterday, Brother Mikhail picked me up at the airport, and he asked me about my engagement ring because you had just gotten an engagement ring. When did you get engaged?
Oh, a couple of weeks ago.
A couple of weeks ago, and his Valentine, his fiance, did not want an engagement ring like this. This was Brother Mikhail's idea that it would be one that kind of stuck up on the top. I forget what you call that. But she wanted a flatter one. Why, Brother Mikhail?
Well, I guess she's more, she's not too flashy in that sense, and she likes, she does a lot of stuff with her hands, and she plays the harp, so she wanted something more minimal.
A girl that plays the harp. Now, she's got to be special. So, Brother Mikhail, I thought that I should tell you my engagement ring story. You may not know the story of my engagement ring. This is not the ring that Brother Jed gave me. When Brother Jed was a single man, before we ever met, he had just been in the ministry a couple of years, and his parents were concerned, how are you going to support yourself, especially his mother in the ministry. He had been a school teacher and a college professor, and so he was preaching at this church near Chicago, and he got the biggest offering he had ever gotten. I think it was about $1,100, which was a lot of money in the 70s. But there was a lady there who said, Brother Jed, I'd like to give you a big offering, but my husband's not a Christian, and he controls the money. But I want to give you this ring. And she gave him a dinner ring. It had 27 little diamonds on it, and one big marquee that was almost a carat. So he brought this home, and he was all excited. He said, Mom and Dad, I got this big offering, and look at this ring. And his mom said, what? She's going to want that ring back. And so his mother took the ring and put it away in the safe deposit box. But 4 years later, when Brother Jed asked me to marry him, whoa, the most wonderful day of my life so far, he had that dinner ring. And he said, this is what I want to give you. He said, but we can get it changed. And I said, yeah, I think his mother suggested that we just take the marquee diamond, it wasn't this one, and put it in a setting. And that's what we did. And so that was my original wedding ring. But I'm not that much of a jewelry person either, kind of like your fiance. And I didn't know you're supposed to have your diamond checked and cleaned and make sure, and my diamond actually fell out. And I never could find it. I don't even know. I just looked down, and this almost a carat was gone. So for a few years, I didn't even wear a wedding ring. And my mother got tired of that, and she happened to have this set. Now, my mother is very much a Southern lady and a jewelry person. And one day she had just bought this on sale. I'm not quite sure what the whole story was, but she had it, from decades ago. And so on Thanksgiving, I think it was 2010, she gave it to my husband to present to me, and he got down on his knee and said, will you marry me again? And gave me this ring. So that's my story. But we were talking today, and Brother Mikhail, you've got a special Bible verse that reminds you of your Valentine.
Yes.
Can you read that to us?
Yes, I wanted to share that verse. It reminds me of her. It's written in Song of Solomon, chapter 2, verse 2 says this: "Like a lily among the thorns is my darling among the young women."
That's a wonderful verse. And I can say firsthand, I know there are a lot of young women that were interested in you, Brother Mikhail. You may have been the most eligible bachelor in the USA because holiness is hot. And but why is she your lily? Why did you pick her? And what among all the others, that she's like a lily among the thorns? Tell us her name first of all.
Her name is Mirella.
Why'd you pick Marilla?
Well, I think from even the first time I saw her and started talking to her, we just clicked. We were just very alike in our views, and she's very spiritually minded and about God, so that's really important to me. So she wasn't just talking about shopping or this and that. She talked about God, and that's the main thing that's important to me. And just the way she was and everything. She's a meek and a quiet spirit. And I really enjoyed that of her. She's not a very, like I said, a flashy girl. She's very simple, and I like that about her very much.
That's great. And now, what do your parents think of your pick?
Oh, my parents love her. They think she's amazing, and she's very also talented musician, and she sings, and she does all these things, and very involved in church, and that's very important.
Well, I'm glad you found your lily, Brother Mikhail,
Yes.
and congratulations on being engaged. And just a word, wait for your lily, whether you're a man or a woman. And happy Valentine's Day for everyone. And Jesus is our number one Valentine. So don't feel like you've got to have somebody. Don't rush it too soon. God bless you. For you ladies that are married, kiss your heroes, be good to them, and say, "Dear, what may I do for you today?" Cut.